All right, shalom, shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak, Wadash. I want to say double honors and give double honors to the apostles and the bishop elders of Great Millstone for teaching his word in truth and sincerity and for ruling well. And salutations to the 144,000, the hopeful elect, the elect, starting with the 144,000 men, 12,000 prophets from each of the 12 tribes of Israel, as well as the mixed multitude of men, women, and children who also believe in the name of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, in fear. Hey, I'm the brother Gabar Yahawada from GMS Hawaii, coming to you with another quick lesson, and it's going to be on this video. I'm sure you sort of seen brothers' videos speaking about this this despot, this low life Edomite, okay, and the acts that he committed, even in his own, his own public buildings. This is a federal building. You know, you have this sycophant, if I even use that word, just disgusting individual, this Edomite, having a homosexual sodomy act, performing a sodomy, act of sodomy, homosexual act in uh, in public in view of everybody. Now, understand that this building has nothing but cameras in it. You know what I'm saying? Even one of their the former FBI individuals, even I think he was Secret Service. He actually said, like, how did this man get in this building to do what he did? Getting past the guards, getting past the cameras, because these buildings supposed to be extremely fortified against shit like this, because this could have been any act, but this act right here, nobody knew about it until this dude posted it. So not only did this man commit an act of sodomy in public in front of everybody, he took the opportunity to post it on his Twitter account, okay, or his X account is what it's called today. And this is the same man. This is a statement from him supposedly on Twitter. He said he wanted Joe Biden to spit in his mouth, man. And that's just disgusting. And that just shows you that this place is Sodom and Egypt. All right, Egypt, because it's bitter. It's a bitter captivity for the children of Israel, or Matazarium. But Sodom, because this is a place where Sodom is practiced extremely high. And I was watching the brother Yashalam video for the main camp, and he had went through some of the comments on an article that he was reading, and somebody said that the Western world puts Sodom and Gomorrah to shame, and not just the Western world, but America, because America is a spearhead of the Western world. And who runs the whole entire Western world is ran by Edomites, the basis of men. Okay, this is the book of Daniel, chapter 4, verse 4, 4 verse Daniel Slakia. Just bear with me, brothers. Yep, this is Daniel 4 and 17. All right, it says, "This matter is by the decree of the watchers, and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and he giveth it to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it the basis of men. All right, you look up that word for basis. The Hebrew word there is shapal, right? Shapal, which is says lowliest, the lowest basis. All right, and that goes from the Hebrew word shapal, which is to bring low, to humble, right? So here it is, the Lord ruleth in the kingdom of men. Yahweh Bashem Shai set up these rulers, no matter how righteous or how wicked they are, the rulership comes from the Lord. And this this sodomy act right here, because this didn't just start with this man. This they practice this shit for him to feel comfortable enough in this the House of Congress or the Senate building or wherever he was at, for him to feel comfortable enough. you know Anybody could have walked in. They got security guards around the clock around this place. A regular person like you and I couldn't get in. And in fact, I believe you have to have a key card to get up in there. So, as secure this place is supposed to be, and mind you, this room is the same room where they swear in and they also grill the new Supreme Court people. FBI directors came and testified there. They make the room a certain type of way, but it's this room. Clarence Thomas was up in here, Anita Hill was up in there, all of that. All of these recent Supreme Court inductees, they were all in this room on live television. And this devil, this Edomite, he thought it was safe enough for him to commit an act of open sodomy, you know, and that shit is off. This man is the worst. And not only that, this kind of shit happens at the top. All these buildings, they be freaking off in all these buildings. These congressmen, the Senate. Well, shit. Bill Clinton was getting his dick sucked, and excuse my language, he was getting his rod sucked in the White House. So how sanctified are these places, man? And Lord knows what else goes on that's not gotten out to the public. But again, the Lord set up the basis of men. Esau, he's the lowest form of man. He tries to say and tries to project his image on us. When I say us, I'm talking about the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, the Israelite. He puts it in the minds of the people of the world that we're the lowest form of humankind. That's why he had to make all of the pseudoscience to degrade our people. That's why he had to put our people in a living experiment called the ghetto. All right. That's why he dehumanized us, okay, in the sight of the world, because he wanted to make us the lowest. And you see, Jake has given into that image, that mindset. You got Israelites that commit these acts on a daily basis too. But just show you that this shit start from the top. It don't just start from the bottom. It ain't a problem in the middle. This shit start from the top, man. This Ecclesiasticus 10:2. As the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers. And what manner a man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein. Right? So if the super elite get down like this, if they openly commit these acts or these acts behind closed doors, what you think their less is gonna do? This dude was he worked for a senator, right? He was a senator's aide. Okay, you think that senator, he probably blew the senator off, And now the senator just says, oh, they just fired this dude, and they try to distance themselves from this act, you know. One could actually say, are you disciplining this man because he desecrated one of your buildings? No, you discipline him because he had the audacity, the gall to put it out publicly. And now it's a smear campaign for the senator. So he's trying to distance himself from it. But hey, that senator is just as nasty as he is. And these guys, these Edomites that you see up in here, these are these young Edomites who come from well-to-do families, who come from well-connected families that get these staffing positions. How you think they getting that shit, bro? They doing shit like this. They do public acts like this called shaming rituals. So they'll openly shame themselves just to get a higher up. This dude to melt right back into the population. You know, that's why the scripture says righteous judgment don't go out. This devil, he'll melt right back into the population, get a job somewhere, and you never hear him again. But in reality, he should be taken off the earth. Anybody that does this, because this is against the law of the Lord. And did not Ronald Reagan in the 80s, he said that I think it was like 85 or 84, somewhere around there. It was supposed to be the year of the Bible, you know? But they don't follow the Bible. They don't follow anything that has to do with righteousness and the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. They don't. They feign it, but they don't do it in reality. All right? This is Psalms 50:16. But unto the wicked, who's the wicked? Esau, Edom, you are the wicked. Esau, Edom, you're the wicked. All right? Same guy that wanted Joe Biden to spit in his mouth. Disgusting. You're the wicked. But unto the wicked, the Most High said, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes, or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth, seeing thou hatest instruction and castest my word behind thee? Because What's in the Bible? The Bible consists of instructions in righteousness, guidance and righteousness, all right, and prophecies and laws. All these things work in tandem to live and to be exemplified of a righteous life. But this devil, he don't care about that. He take the Lord's word, he throw it behind him because he don't like instruction. The scripture says, if a man lay with the man as he lie with the if a man lay with the man as he lie with the woman, you supposed to be put to death for that. But what do they do in this society? They grant these people rights, and this is what happens. This is what happens when all your liberal mindset, your liberal propaganda goes out. These sodomites feel is they can do whatever they want, wherever they want, with whom they want. You know, this man had no fear. You think this dude didn't think this shit through? This wasn't an act of pure just lust. He knew exactly what he was doing. He probably was already gonna lose his job anyway. So you said what? He went out with a rod in his ass, man. You know, and this is the filthy, disgusting act. But they're not condemning that. They just condemning the fact that he filmed it, and they call it sex, and it's not sex. It says meet Aiden Mays Cesarowski, the ex-Senate staffer allegedly filmed having sex in Congress. The former Senate staffer accused, and they say he's accused. This is not an accusation. This is not. Well, you can't see his face, but he posted it. You can't see his face, but he posted it. And that's something plausible deniability. So they're saying this is allegedly him, right? Says, but he posted it. Come on. Says the former Senate staffer accused of being filmed having sex in a Senate Judiciary Committee hearing room is an environmentalist who has an environmentalist. What is an environmentalist? Right? For the brothers that don't know, you just watching these videos for the first time. An environmentalist is a person who is concerned with or advocates the protection of the environment. But what is he doing to the environment? He's filthing it up. This you may think that this is not doing nothing against the environment, but it is. It's telling somebody out there that it's okay to do this shit. So you fucking up the environment. You see, what a hypocrite, right? Who has been climbing the ranks of the Democratic Party since he was a teenager. And how did he get even in a position to do that since he was a teenager? Because he got the hookup. Party since he was a teenager and has a history of posting risky comments on social media, like this one, like this is a risky comment. He got a history of doing this shit, but yet they kept this dude in his role. He was in a leadership role. He was next to the top. Why? Because they do this shit at the top. Real quick before I keep reading that, this is in the Good News translation. The same precept, Sirach 10:2, right? It says in a Good News translation, all the officials. I'll read right here, first verse 1. A wise ruler will educate his people, and his government will be orderly. And Esau's government is not orderly. He does not educate the people. People don't even know what certain laws mean and why they're going out. Laws continually change, and you just there. All the officials and all the citizens will be like their ruler. So all the officials, and all the people will be like their rulers. So if he's doing this, that means the senator he worked for does this, from the president to the House of Congress. All of them people, they delve into these filthy acts, man. They go on these trips, they go on these banquets, and they're doing all manners of wickedness, man. To rise to the ranks, so they can do it to somebody else. These people are not trying to change, the condition of this country for the betterment. No, what are they doing? They taking your taxpaying dollars and they fucking off with it. So this dude, he had a history of making risque or posting risque comments on social media, but yet he was still allowed to keep his position. Aiden Maes Cesar Ropsky, 24, was fired from the office of retiring Senator Ben Cardin over the weekend following reports that identified him as one of the men filmed having public sex in a committee room leaked from a private WhatsApp group to the Daily Caller. The allegations put up an end to Maez Kropaski's 2-year career in a senator's office, with the 24-year-old just recently enjoying a new position as an aide to Cardin's foreign policy and tax trade team. Come on, man. So he's on all these high-level teams, and this is what they're doing, according to his LinkedIn account. Maez Cesarovsky, a California native, had first joined Cardin's office in 2021 as a staff assistant. He took the position following a 6-month fellowship at Friends of the Earth, yeah, right, a UK-based nonprofit organization focused on environmental research and activism. And those are just big words used to put these Edomites in position of molding and then ultimately setting them up and putting them in power. You know? Shit is crazy, man. Look at this shit. Look, this is what this devil do. This is what he does. He bends over, take rod. He wants Joe Biden to spit in his mouth. You know what I'm saying? Look at this shit, bro. On the beach with fucking, man, this is disgusting, bro. And these are the people that rule over us, man. These are the people that rule over us. And this shit gotta stop, bro. You know, I was talking to Elder Mwachazak about this earlier, the same topic. I was like, man, we gotta put out our country. We gotta put out our land for this shit. You think America's gonna keep going? You think that this place is gonna keep rolling? The good times gonna keep rolling in? Fuck no, bro. This is Isaiah 3 and 12. As for my people, who are the Lord's people? The Israelites. We are. Not all the world. We all ain't the Most High's children. Right? The Most High's children are the Israelites. If you're not an Israelite, you're a heathen. All right? And if you're not any of the other heathen nations, you're an Edomite, which you're still a heathen, but you're the lowest of the heathen. As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err, and destroy the way of thy paths. And these children, that word for children is not bun. The word for children is I law, right? Which is a severely act, deal, severely make a fool of someone, a mocker. What it says, the act or play child to insert thrust upon, to deal wantonly. So this is a ruthless abuse by thrusting through, and that's what Esau does. And he was getting ruthlessly abused his anal in that video. All right, and these are the people that rule over us, man. You see this kind of shit, and that should be one of the first things that said, like, what? This man, he's shaking kingdoms. He's scaring people. He's hitting you with that pseudo knowledge, pseudo science, and pseudo everything. Right? This guy, he's ruling over us, man. And if this shit wouldn't have got out, he would have kept rising through the ranks, man. You know, had an illustrious career in politics, man. Maez Cesarovsky has a bachelor's of science in society and environment, having attended the University of California, Berkeley. So this nigga, he was doing all this shit in UC Berkeley, which that's a high-level school of natural resources. He also studied global environmental change and sustainability at Johns Hopkins University, 2 high-level universities, man. This dude, his life was laid out on a red carpet, an Edomite carpet for him. All right, 24 years old. This nigga, when I was 24 years old, bro, I was fucking working, trying to take care of family, trying to take care of myself, worrying about my next meal, nigga. This nigga's 24 years old, gallivanting across the world in high-level positions in politics, fucking getting rammed up the backside by a man in a fucking congressional hearing room, bro. I would say where they do that at, but it's America. He appeared to always have an interest in politics, having served as an intern in the office of the late Senator Dianne Feinstein during the summer of 2018. Prior to that, he served as the news editor at Palo Alto High School's Pali Voice newspaper, where he wrote an editorial in 2016 calling on voters to elect Hillary Clinton. Yep. After graduating from Berkeley in 2020, Maez Cesaropolsky, I can't pronounce this devil's name, served as a field organizer for Democratic Party of Virginia, campaigning for President Biden in Loudoun County. He also worked in the stateside Latino outreach program, Todos con Biden, to help register thousands of Spanish-speaking voters. Man, this nigga's the devil, man. He want Joe Biden to spit in his mouth. You see this shit? You see this shit? Unbeknownst to Biden, the young Democrat he had posed alongside has a tendency to make salacious comments on his now deleted Venmo account, right? One post, March 5, 2020, read, he wants Joe Biden to spit in his mouth. Other posts around the time show payments with memos claiming that they were strip dancers, a pineapple-shaped dildo. Oh my God. This dude this is disgusting, bro. And this is the man. This is the man. And then Joe Biden ain't no better. He's a creep himself. You know he was down. He was sucking all these. Man, this nigga's a devil, bro. And we got to get out of here, man. This is Isaiah 19 and 14. The Lord, Yahweh Shai, have mingled a perverse spirit in the midst of thereof. And they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit. Neither shall there be any work for Egypt which the head or the tail branch or the rush may do, which that's coming too. And this Egypt is not talking about ancient Egypt. It's talking about America. Okay, this applies to America. You know, they had perverse spirits in ancient Egypt too. But nah, this right here is a perverse, filthy spirit, man. Right? That's in this place. And this shit, he's just the tip of the proverbial iceberg, man. Because they all get down like this, man. They did the same thing in ancient Rome. These catamites get up in there with them old ass senators, and they was doing whatever they wanted to. And in the open back then, they weren't frowning on that shit. They was with it. They was cool with it. But all these dudes, your Barack Obama, Michelle Obamas, all your presidents, all your senators, all these high level CEOs, and I'm talking about top level, high level, wealthy people in this country, they get down like this. You got something called the Bohemian Grove, where a bunch of Edomites get together and they fuck off on each other. And Nixon said that. He said it was what did Nixon say about the Bohemian Grove? If they ain't washed it off the internet. He said he ain't like going up there. But he had to, because he had to go up there. He had to go up there. Bohemian Grove is a restricted 2,700 acre campground, So they're not gonna say what he said, but he said it was the most affity thing that he ever seen in his life, man. Yeah, here it is right here. New Nixon biography recalls President scathing. It's from 2017. His scathing, bigoted remarks on San Francisco. And it wasn't just San Francisco. He was talking about that Bohemian Grove, which is in about or around San Francisco. Right here, it says, it's not homosexuality, dope, immorality. Generally, these are the enemies of strong societies, Nixon said. The upper class of San Francisco is that way. Remember, as a ruler of the people are, so are his officers. So the upper class is like this, the middle class is going to be like this, and the lower class is going to be like that. Homosexuality, dope, immorality, generally, these are the enemies of a strong society, Nixon said. The upper class of San Francisco is that way. It's not just the ratty part of town, right? It ain't just the downtrodden, raggedy, drug-fested side of the town. No, it's the upper class. It's not just the ratty part of town. The upper class in San Francisco is that way. The Bohemian Grove, which I attended from time to time, and you think he wasn't doing that shit up there? He had to. Is the most effort, agony, goddamn thing you could ever imagine with that San Francisco crowd. I don't even want to shake hands with anybody from San Francisco. Um, decorators, decorators, they've got to do something, but goddamn it, we don't have to glorify it. You know what I'm saying? And you had Reagan up in there, you had Nixon up there, and this is before any of these dudes was president. So these people, they call the shots up there. They call the shots up there, right? So the upper class is getting down like this, and so is his officers, man. As a judge, as a ruler of the people are, so are his officers, man. And they get down like that, man. You know, you know, they get down like that, and it's just disgusting. And we got to get out of here, bro. We have to. Everywhere you turn, we're over inundated. We're over inundated. Okay, I'm using the word inundated, inundated. And I might have spelled it wrong. Just bear with me. Inundated,
Inundate.
inundate, overwhelmed with things or people to be dealt with. So we're overwhelmed. We're inundated, all right, overwhelmed with wickedness and evil to the point where like people think that it's righteous, like it's okay. And it's not. It's not okay. It's not at all. This shit is contagious. It spreads just like fear spreads. Fear directed in a righteous way is great. Fear directed toward Yahweh Shema Shai, that's beneficial, man. Fear of the world, fear of the people in this world, fear of Esau, that shit ain't beneficial to you. These people are men. They could perish today, you know? But the Most High is the one that brings that judgment in this life and in the next. Okay? And we ought to adhere to him and his son, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, us as Israelites, because this shit is foul. We need a righteous rulership. Because before I even did a lesson earlier today, I was complaining about this. So we're vexed. We're vexed like Lot with the filthy conversation of this place. We're vexed with the filthiness of this place, man. And this dude just gonna walk off into the sunset. He ain't gonna catch no criminal case for this shit. He not gonna be thrown into a federal penitentiary because this is a federal crime. You know, they just gonna sweep this shit under the rug. You ain't gonna hear nothing else about it in a couple of weeks, man. You ain't gonna see this dude doing a perk walk or nothing. You know, he just lost his job. You know, so there ain't no righteous judgment out here. We need Yahweh Shah. Establish Shalom on to the next.